Yeah. Some people play music by ear. Well, I cook by taste. I've only eaten one stir fry in my life, so I'm gonna have to try to recreate it by taste.
Lynn,
Yes, chef.
what kind of a stir fry are you planning to do?
I'm gonna make a sesame beef.
And what's in the marinade?
There's tamari sauce, sesame oil, ginger, garlic.
It's about the layers of flavor, not overcooking anything, not undercooking anything.
Absolutely.
Good luck with it.
Thank you.
Lynn, you're up next.
This is crispy sesame beef. There's gnocchi mushrooms, sweet peppers with fragrant basmati rice.
You have a lot of big flavors going on here, which is exactly what I want in a stir fry. Rich, bold, unapologetic flavors.
Thank you, chef.
You know, we asked for a stir fry. You gave us a stir fry. Vegetable done nicely, rice perfect. This dish is restaurant quality.
Thank you, chef.
With some spinach.
Hi, Rick.
Hi, chef.
Now this is a typical Chinese kitchen. And then I see, you know, pressure cookers not use a lot of Chinese cuisines. What's in the broth?
My grandpa always does pork and spinach broth.
Well, I never had pork and spinach broth, so that's a very unusual combination for Chinese broth.
He always does it, and I love it.
Make sure you have my chopsticks ready, okay? Thank you.
I'm really happy with how my dish turned out. I'm actually, for once, like, super proud and just super confident with my dish. This is absolutely the dish that I'm most proud of. It represents my background, shows my skill, and it honors my grandpa fantastically.
Hey, Rick. What's the inspiration?
This is a classic dish my grandpa always made for me, and he's mostly my inspiration. It's char siu tong mian, which is Chinese barbecue pork soup noodles.
Grandpa taught you well. You did all this from scratch in 1 hour.
Yeah.
Hosek. Hosek.
Ngoi sai.
It's the kind of broth that my mother would say would warm the cockles of your heart. This you learned from your grandfather, you say?
Yeah. Barbecue pork recipes his.
When you see your grandfather next, I'd like you to tell him that he should be very, very proud of his grandson.
Thank you so much, chef.
Well done.
Thank you,
I'm
chef.
gonna mix the two together and make a matcha roll cake. It's decorated at the batter level, and I don't think the judges have ever seen anything like it. What I'm about to do is practically impossible in an hour. I'm not sure I can do it, but that's what my dad taught me to do. Shoot for the stars, try your hardest, and that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm not gonna play it safe. The judges have accused me of not cooking from the heart on numerous occasions, and I'm gonna prove them wrong. Ha ha ha, it's cold! I got it! One of the most difficult Japanese desserts, and I executed it in an hour. April, you doing good? Oh, wow, that looks amazing. It's no Japanese roll cake. I am super proud. I know my family would be super proud. I'm just hoping all the flavors are there. It's a Japanese matcha roll cake with the chestnut cream in the center.
It is impressive.
Thank you, chef.
I don't even know how to do these patterns myself, I'll be honest. I don't know how you pulled that off. It's extraordinary.
Thank you, chef.
There's a perfect balance between the chestnut cream and the green tea, and that white chocolate crunch. Outstanding.
Thank you, chef.
Extremely light, and the sponge is incredibly moist. Did you do anything to the sponge to make it so moist?
No, I just have a good recipe, and the basil helped out.
Extraordinary presentation, technique. I can't find anything to fault on this. Thank you.
Thank you, chef. My dad would be ecstatic to see me now. He would be so proud.
I don't eat meat, so a surf and turf, it's definitely a risk. But I came here to take risks and win Masterchef Canada.
Mary has been so good with meat, I sometimes forget she's a vegetarian.
When I'm cooking meat, I need to go by eye and smell and feel. This pressure is insane.
Please bring yours up.
So this is my take on surf and turf. It's a seared beef tenderloin with fried oysters and an arugula and sea asparagus pesto.
It's a beautifully composed plate on every level, but I know right now you're absolutely agonizing, wondering what is happening inside of this piece of meat here.
I am just cringing, waiting to see the center.
Perfect medium. All right, let's dig in.
Mary, the ingredients that you chose to put on this dish, I think were well thought out, they work together, and it's a fun play on surf and turf. The oyster, briny, salty, added that wonderful savory pop. A lovely, thoughtful, excellently executed dish.
Thank you.
Mary, each individual component was perfect. The leek onion ring, I mean, that is genius. The pesto, sea asparagus, something very unique and something I would be proud to serve in my restaurant.
Thanks very much.
You know, Mary, I think you found your niche. Taking the old school and bringing it to the new school. It's such a beautifully composed plate in terms of the combination of flavors, presentation, the sea asparagus with the arugula and a pesto. That's the first time I've ever had those two together, and they work brilliantly. It's pretty outstanding. It really is.
Thank you.
I actually have no clue what a baked Alaska is.
That's right.
Holy shit.
Baked Alaska, a majestic classic that when conquered is truly the mark of a master chef.
I'm pretty good at culinary engineering. When it comes to constructing things, you pretty much have to slop a bunch of meringue on and just even it out, smooth it out, and take a spoon and start dolloping to get those nice peaks.
Yeah,
And for all.
Eric.
Hello, chef.
I tell ya, cuts beautifully. Sponge, nice and fluffy. Meringue, nicely crisp. That cake, to me, is beautiful. You tell me you cannot make dessert, eh? That doesn't say it. You tend to underrate yourself. Sometimes you have to pat yourself on the back.
Hey, chef.
Eric.
Chef.
It is very good.
Thank you, chef.
Hi, Kayla. So what are you making?
I'm making a stuffed veal loin,
Stuff with what?
the Parmesan cheese, burrata, basil, some rendered down pancetta, and a little bit of chili flake.
Where's your veal one? Did you
I just
stuff it
popped
already?
it in the oven, yeah.
It's in the
stuffed,
oven?
it's in the oven. I butter basted it.
Very Frenchy, very fancy. You think Italian food, you think simple. All of a sudden, you're like butterflying a veal loin and filling it and stuffing it. Seems very ambitious.
You know, I just really want to impress you. Somebody's going home, and there's only 4 of us. I mean, those odds aren't good.
At the end of the day, that veal has to deliver.
Absolutely, chef.
You can talk the talk. I hope you can walk the walk. With your dish.
This dish could either shoot me up into top 3, or it could send me home.
Tell me about your dish.
Stuffed veal loin with cheese, olive tapenade, crispy fried capers.
Very tricky to get a stuffed veal loin perfect. How did you want to cook it? Medium rare, medium?
Medium.
Medium.
Yeah.
Let's see. Not bad. It's a medium, true medium, so you nailed the temperature. You were able to get a nice seasoned crust on the outside. The filling, I take it or leave it. The pinkness of the veal in the center is spot on, and it's moist and tender and really quite flavorful.
You think you made any mistakes here? The fact there's no starch anywhere to be found.
I think that it was a risk, and I think if you conceptualize a dish correctly, you don't always need starch.
You nailed the cooking here. The color is perfect. It's rested, basted it properly. You think this dish is going to take you to the next level?
I hope so, Chef.
I'm making pistachio crusted lamb and sweet potato puree. I can't always be flying under the radar. I need to win this.
Sabrina.
Pistachio crusted lamb rack with a sweet potato mash with some roasted garlic and goat cheese folded in, some butter glazed carrots.
Sounds like a lot, but you got it done. And the presentation is really quite nice. Very clean. You show off the lamb. You've got wonderful contrasting colors. Very nice cook on it. You know, the beautiful thing with a wonderful rack of lamb is that you want to have it showcase itself. So simple seasoning, salt and pepper, a little brush with the mustard, the pistachio. You've made lamb very happy today.
Thank you, Chef.
Well done. Strong dish.
I go to my ice cream machine, and it's nowhere near being frozen.
How's it looking, Trev?
Trevor's starting to panic because his ice cream is not setting.
He's not gonna have enough time to set it.
If I don't nail this ice cream, I just have a chocolate puddle on a plate. I need to get this ice cream really cold.
He's only got 4 minutes left.
My only option is liquid nitrogen. It's a crazy gamble. I've never worked with it before. Let's give it a shot.
Trevor is really thinking like a chef and adapting to the situation. Using liquid nitrogen is always risky, but it's either try it or serve as soup.
That ice cream in that liquid nitrogen, it's got to come out right about now, otherwise it will be like a rock.
One problem turns into another. The mold is so frozen that it's actually rock solid. I can't get the ice cream out of the mold, but I got to keep pushing hard to get this dessert out.
So Trevor's just come back from the equipment room with a torch. So now he's heating the bottom of that silicone mold, which should release the ice cream.
He is not giving up.
Is a chocolate mint gelato with a Dutch cocoa pizzelli cone and a creme fraiche whip.
Let's try this dessert. You know, this dish really resonates with me. The ice cream is obviously a bit hard. It's a bit too frozen. That's a common mistake when you're working with liquid nitrogen. However, having said that, the flavor that you have is divine. Great balance of chocolate and mint, really playful. I love it.
Thank you very much.
Great flavors. That big, bold, bitter chocolate with fresh poppy mint, which is a perfect combination.
You have the balance just right. In the ice cream, I tasted a bit of salt, and that's a very good idea. That little bit of salt brings out that chocolate even better. I like it. I like it very much.
Thank you, Chef Alan.
So this is what we expect. A medium rare steak, perfect crispy frite, and a flawless béarnaise sauce. 3 exacting elements, 1 delicious dish. But this challenge is not just about achieving the right flavors. It's about managing your time. This delicious trio must all come together at precisely the same moment. Hot and ready for us to taste.
Very difficult.
We asked for steak to be cooked perfect, medium rare. What am I going to see when I cut your steak open?
Nice and crisp on the outside and a beautiful medium rare on the inside.
You're confident of that?
Never too confident.
It certainly is a little darker on the outside than I might expect.
Okay.
That is a nicely cooked medium rare steak.
Yes.
Seared quite nicely. It's a little dark in some areas, which would lead me to believe maybe the pan was a little too hot.
Yes, Chef.
But the cook is perfect medium rare. The difference of color from the searing from the outside edge to a richer, deeper pink as it moves to the center. Beautiful.
Thank you, Chef.
It's very, very good. The seasoning is spot on also.
Thank you, Chef.
I was very concerned that you were putting too much on.
I would pay for that.
Thank you
It's
so much.
delicious. It's well balanced, great acidity, How did you master a béarnaise in 1 hour? You made it before?
Third time's a charm. This is my third time, but I eat a lot of it, so I know what it's supposed to taste like.
It took me hundreds of times to master the basic, humble hollandaise sauce, which is the mother of this sauce. And you've done that 3 times.
Thank you, Chef.
Had you nailed the fries, you'd probably have one of the best steak frites with béarnaise that I've ever had. So close.
Yes, Chef.
David, you're sweating.
I sweat. I put this pressure on myself. My son's birthday today.
Wow, so there's 2 of you with birthdays today.
It's amazing.
Excellent, so you're making a peanut butter cake?
Peanut butter and chocolate. Standard vanilla icing. Cover the whole thing with pretzels.
My favorite part is dipping in the batter.
Yeah, it's the best part of the cake, isn't it?
That tastes good already.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you, Chef.
10 minutes!
We are low on time. I'm putting so much pressure on myself. My internal temperature is just roaring. I'm trying to concentrate. Oh my God.
Please come up. David.
The chocolate birthday cake, Philadelphia cream cheese peanut butter layers, and then I covered the whole thing with pretzels and the roasted peanuts. It's my little boy's birthday today, so I put everything into it.
It's really hard to get a cake that perfect. Rigid, smooth construction. You got the peanut butter, you got the cream cheese, all these comfort things that your son loves. This cake is about love.
Thank you.